Hello, my name's Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install Redis on Dockge. So, a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs or installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So, let's get back to your registered programming. This will be installed today, an open source in-memory data store used by millions of developers as a database, cache, streaming engine, and message broker. This is what the CLI looks like, a ping and a pong, and you can store data in it. So it can cluster, persist, in-memory data structures. It has strings, hashes, lists, sets, sorted sets, and streams, and more. So this is the Redis stack. So that's what we'll be installing today. So I'm going to start on Big Bear Video Assets. There will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. I'm going to scroll all the way down to how to install Redis on Dockge right here. And then I'm going to go into Docker Compose. So a version 3 of Docker Compose is being used. I'm going to set services, and the service underneath service is called Redis. The image is coming off of a Redis, and this is coming off Docker Hub by default because there's no URL before this. It's using the latest tag, and the container name is called Big Bear Redis. You can change this if you like. Ports are 6379 on the host, and if this does collide with another port, you can change it to like 6380. Now on the container side, you cannot change this port. So now volumes. So the Redis data is a local volume set down here, that's defined down here. And then this is on the host side, and this is on the container side over here. So data. So you do not change the container side, just like the port side too. So the host will sync up with the container side. So I'm going to go over here to copy raw file. I'm going to click it. Then I'm going to go over my Dockge and get this installed. So now I'm going to start on my Dockge. I'm going to go up here to compose. And then I'm going to say the stack name is Redis stack. And then now I'm going to come over to the editor. I'm going to paste in the Docker Compose that I explained over in Big Bear Video Assets. And then now you can see it did put it over in the UI too. So you can change things in here and then change things over here, and it'll sync vice versa. Environment variables, the networks, internal and external, and then extras like URLs. So I'm going to go over here to deploy. Then I'm going to click it, and then it's going to pull the Redis Docker container off the registry, get it extracted, and get it up with Docker Compose underneath. So you can see it started up, and it's ready to accept connections on TCP. So we got it up and running. So now I'm going to go over the stack options in Dockge. So on the home page, it's got active stacks, exited stacks, and inactive. And then you can see the stacks over here. So I'm going to go into it, and you can see our actions up here: edit, restart, update. This updates the current tag, like the latest tag right here, pulls it down from the registry, gets the local cache updated, and then redeploys the containers. So you can stop and down. You can also delete the stack. You can see the containers in the stack right here, which is Redis. You can go to the UI if it had one through the port right here. You can see the console logs. This is great for debugging. And you can see a read-only version of Docker Compose over here. You can go into edit, and you can edit in the UI, and then it syncs over here, vice versa. The actions up here: deploy, save, stop and down, and then discard the changes. You can also add another container underneath the services right here. So you can just do nginx and then add, and then you can see it's over here. So you can see it also added it to the UI over here too. So you can edit it here, and then it'll sync over here. So I'm going to delete And you can see a URLs, so you can add one, and then you can see the environment variables and add one, and then internal networks and then external networks. So I'm going to go ahead and discard the changes. So if you want to go in to the terminal for this Redis container, you can go to bash right here, click it, and then now you're inside. You can go into the SH2, so you can switch to SH. I'm going to go back in the stack. So that's a little bit about the stack options for Dockge. So we're going to start on Big Bear Video Assets and then add install Redis on Dockge. We're going to go down to the README and we're going to set an alias, and then a Redis is the alias, and then it's going to run docker run, and then it's going to set up an interactive a session with TTY, which is input and output. We're going to remove the container once it's exited, and then we're going to set a Docker image tag, Redis, and then a latest tag. Then we're going to run the Redis CLI, and then the Dockge IP here, and then the port is 6379, authentication, which is the password. So once we run this, we're going to run ping, and then the Redis server should say pong, and then it's fully tested. So I'm gonna go over here and copy, then I'm gonna go over my terminal and run it. So now I'm gonna be inside my terminal. I'm going to paste in the command. So now I'm going to change out the Dockge IP right here to my Dockge IP. Okay, now I'm going to set the alias by return or enter. Okay, now it should be to where you can run the Redis, and then you can go into the Redis server, and here we are. So I'm gonna say ping, and then the Redis server says pong. So we know it's working and it's good to go. So I just went over step by step on getting Redis working on Dockge. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or you need community support, you can go down to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.